SPAWNFOAM. Working with nature.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mariana Gomes, and I'm here to present you SPAWNFOAM. First of all, I would like you to keep in mind the idea that planting trees is actually quite easy. The difficult part is to get them to survive. We know that every year, 5 billion trees are planted worldwide in afforestation projects. But unfortunately, due to an average failure rate of 25%, 1.25 billion trees end up dying during the process, which represents 450 million euros of losses every year. What causes this failure rate are root and soil disorders, which can be detailed in 4 major factors. The first of this factor is the lack of organic matter, as newly planted trees need nutrients to function and grow. The second factor is drought. Obviously, plants need water to survive, so the right amount of this component is required. Not too much, but not too little either. The third factor is not such an obvious one. It's the lack of beneficial fungi. So it's not actually the presence of this fungi that helps the plants, but it's degradation in the soil that provides the plant a higher level of nutrients. The last factor is the fact that, roots end up getting damaged, either through transport or in the process of being removed from the container to be planted into the soil. Well, trees can be planted in many ways, from plastic trays, roots directly into soil, and biodegradable pots. We'll look at each one of these solutions more closely. Plastic trays are actually a cheap solution, and they may help retain some water. And they also solve the root problem, at least in the transportation process, because they are a very resistant container. However, they don't provide the required nutrients to the plant. Eventually, more fertilization is required, which ends up raising the total costs. Roots directly put into soil, this may seem like a cheap solution at first, but it is actually one of the most expensive ones because it is a labor-intensive solution. And finally, the biodegradable pots. They provide organic matter because they're made of it, but it can be said that they still don't provide the right level of nutrients for the plant to successfully grow. Summing up, none of the existing solutions provides all the required ingredients for a successful growth of the plant. Fortunately, and good news, we have a solution for this problem. SPAWNFOAM is a biocomposite made of fungi, organic additives, and biomass that is used to produce the SPAWNFOAM pots. Due to its thickness, it allows a higher water retention without blocking the root's normal growth. The result is a pot that improves the success rate of plantation without polluting the soil, as the final product is biodegradable. On top of that, the additional agents based on nanocellulose reinforce the level of nutrients given to the plant. Now let's look at what our customers have to say about this. We actually had feedback from a person from the industry that said that combining all the benefits on our pots, this may lead to a reduction on the plant's mortality from 75% to 90%, which end up saving from 100 to 150 euros per hectare. Now, looking at how we are planning to make this work, we will produce the pots in our own manufacturing plant, and we will sell them directly to the plant nurseries at a price of 11 cents per unit for an average pot of 150 milliliters. We're also considering expanding our market to the ornamental plants, and here's why. The failure rate for this segment is actually higher than the reforestation projects. It can go from 30% to 70%, which represents losses of 4.1 billion euros every year. Now, looking at our timeline, the efforts so far have been allocated to developing the technology and proving the concept. SPAWNFOAM has even received an award on a competition for new business ideas called Passaporte para o Empreendedorismo. Looking forward, we are now seeking investment to create a pilot plant in order to supply a field trial. And for this field trial, we already have a relationship with one of the major suppliers for reforestation in Portugal that are willing to test our product. This would allow us to start sales in 2017, and we are also considering an international expansion from 2018 onwards. Reflecting on our financials, we will achieve break-even 5 years after our first sale. And looking now at the team that's behind the project, we have 3 people from the technology side, João, Alexandra, and Pedro, and 2 people from the business side, me, Mariana, and Henrique. We have also received the amazing support from our 3 mentors, Maya Miranda, Jorge França, and Cesar Lima, which have helped us throughout the process of the COHiTEC. Wrapping up, SPAWNFOAM pots are here to improve the success rate of the plantation process, giving plants all they need at different stages of their lives. Thank you.